Earpers, how y'all doing today? This is our very last panel, and I know all of you have been probably wondering, who's the moderator? Because nobody really knows, right? So I'm here to announce that our moderator for our final cast panel is Danny fucking Kahn!
Rose could give a shit. Nice, Rose, nice. Guys, bear with me, lower the bar and all expectations, because I don't know how this is going to go. I'm not going to announce them one by one, because you know them, you love them. Here's the cast.
I should be on the end.
I love that someone's finally put instructions on here. Green means mic on. Thank you. Whoa, look at you. Hey, Bobo.
Hey, you used to be Christmas.
You used to be Christmas.
I'm going to do a little bit of an introduction. This gets said a lot in Canada at art events and special events.
Wait a second.
And
I can write.
I'm moderating. Amazing. You little fairy. little fairy.
So weird.
Are
This
you
is weirdly formal?
I know.
Yeah.
Are you okay with this, or do you want to? Okay, good. So I don't know if this gets said other places, but in Canada it gets said a lot at events and stuff like that, and I feel like it gets glossed over a lot, but it's a very important thing. And I would, as I'm saying it, just ask you guys to think about it and hold it in your heart as well. We would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Anishinaabe and Huron-Wendat. This ancestral land on which we stand upon today is still home to many Indigenous people, and we are so, so grateful to have the opportunity to be here. Yeah. So I have a bunch of questions that this amazing con pulled from the internet, I'm guessing.
The internet.
And also I slipped in a few of my own. So I'm gonna start first with, what's your favorite part of working with Danny Kind? This is how the whole thing's gonna go. We have 1 hour of
The fact that that's your first question.
Just remind me who that is.
God damn it.
Just kidding.
Working mime spoilers.
Nice.
Just her at the craft table with just so much shit falling off her face that
Yes.
we put on her with a bustle as big as a house, just working it and just being incredible. Yeah, always bringing something delightful.
So, hi, love.
Hi.
I still can't get over the fact that you're actually wearing
It's such a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. They asked
was
me a while
pretty
ago.
clear
I said yes.
behind.
Then I forgot that I had said yes, and I freaked out. And now here I am.
Amazing. Lush.
What do you think she was working on in front of you upstairs? Like when she was like, "Are there any questions you want me to ask you at the panel?"
What did you?
Thank you. Was I actually there for that? For real?
Yeah.
Was I actually there for that?
No.
No.
I got you. I got you.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Oh God, day 3. Good. Yeah, Danny, you little love. Fucking hell. I just like, mate, come on, we have a right laugh, don't we, love?
I love that you guys are seriously answering this question. I did not expect that.
Are you kidding me?
I love that you showed up and thought you were playing one character, and then we were like, just kidding, you're totally playing another character, and then you were playing another character, and maybe next year you'll play another character. Because you have the range. You have the range. Yeah.
I also want to acknowledge that we only invited the most masculine of cast members to join us on this panel.
Oh, me.
That's right. We were just talking backstage, and I said one of my most favorite days on set was shooting that torture scene with you.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fucking day. It was so fun.
Scene.
Did you have fun? That is not the response I was looking for.
It was cold.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
It was really cold. No, that working with Danny Kind, having the shit beat out of me, that was awesome.
You were a beast that day, though. You took all those hits and, like, I don't know how your neck was the next day, but you whipped your neck back like 1,000,000 times.
Well, I'd done that before.
Like in what
No,
context?
I mean like. No, like the stunt punch. I know how to. Ow.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, I've done that before.
Okay.
But my neck did hurt the next day.
Enough about your sex life.
Because when I did it before, that was like 40 years ago. So yeah. Did I say that it was cold?
Yeah.
Cold.
Here's a fan question. How much gayer will season 4 be compared to season 3? And will there be a wedding or two?
Or 2. I hope 2.
It's not my question. It's not my question. That would be great.
There will be a wedding or none. Or several, or maybe, or -4. And it will be fairly gay. I would say it's a good bet that it's going to be gay. How gay do you want it to be?
Gayer.
Okay, gayer. Okay, gayer. Yes. Guys.
Gayinth?
Guys, I don't know. Can it get gayer? I feel like we're stuffing the barrel and the barrel's going to explode with gay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, good. That's good. Stuffing the barrel. Stuffing the barrel. Just like sequins everywhere. Very gay. Gay. Infinite gay.
Nice.
Which is the spin-off I also want to do. Yeah.
Well done.
Okay.
Here's another question. Which character would you like to have more scenes with in season 4?
Ooh.
The end. It sounded like I was going to say more, but that's the question.
That's the question.
That's the whole. Let's start with you, Kat.
You.
It's a great answer.
Danny and I worked together
For years.
for a whole more than a year because we did Working Moms and then Wynonna and then Working Moms and then Wynonna.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you work a lot.
Yeah. No, that's not.
Says the woman on
Every
everything.
fucking show in this country.
Yeah. And movies. She's doing all the things. Having all the babies.
But we didn't get to do too much in Wynonna together.
No.
And I would love to
too.
do that again. I love working with you.
Me too.
I don't know how to follow that. No, well, Bobo. I like for Natalie and Bobo to have a scene just because I think that conflict is dramatic. And I've said that before, conflict is always good. Bobo, I'd like to work, yeah, I think that would be really interesting. I don't know if they have a history, but it would be fun to find out what it was. You know? And of course, Danny fucking Kind. Oh, I didn't get an O. No.
I would like to go and play with Tim a bit because it feels like a little while since we, last season I don't feel like we had so much together, and I believe that would make sense, Emily, would it not?
Like you're in the same.
Maybe?
I feel like you're in the same place wherever that is.
Maybe.
And you've been there for a long time.
Oh, I'm so excited!
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I mean,
You get to play with everyone, kind of.
I do, yeah. I'm looking forward to
Can we make a
stuff
game?
with Nedley.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that'll be exciting to.
That
guys
would be
have so
that would
much
be
to
so
do.
challenging because you make up your own dialogue.
But like in a very professional way.
Totally.
very professional.
That was the subtext, totally.
Here's one. How does each of the cast prepare to get back in the mind frame of their characters before shooting starts? Do you guys find it difficult with the like hiatus, especially now because it's longer, to get back to that character?
I'm really looking forward to. I feel like I miss her, which might seem a bit weird, but she's been such a big part of my life for the past 3 years that it feels like there's been too long without the influence of Waverly in my life because she's such an inspiration to me, man. So it's like I can't wait to reconnect with her. In answer to your question, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that other than hope that the wardrobe does a really nice job at making me feel like I'm back in the shoes. And of course, being around everyone on set and everything will be great. But yeah, I cannot wait. I'm in need of a little bit of my waves, definitely. Yeah.
I know. I think we can trust the writers to help, because they know the characters probably better than we do, and the dialogue, the scripts will probably give us the kickstart. That's what I'm hoping for. You just read the first couple of lines and you go, oh yeah, that's that guy, and then away you go.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to go back after such a long hiatus and see how. Because remember season 1 to 2, going back for season 2, it took us I think we talked about it. It was like, is this right?
Yeah.
Like, am I doing this right? Because you're just like, am I playing I felt like I was playing Melanie playing Wynonna.
I know what you mean, yeah.
I remember you said that actually.
Yeah.
Like for the first scene, just the first scene in season 2, you're like, I feel like I'm doing a Wynonna imitation. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you are Wynonna. You can do it.
Yeah. But then season 3, I didn't have that.
Good.
So it'll be interesting to see after such a break. And how will we do that? Back to the question. Yeah. Oh, I don't have the gun anymore. I was going to say the gun, but. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. Good luck. YouTube it. Whiskey. Yeah, sure.
Yep. Yeah, give me some.
Whiskey.
The jacket, which is so warm in the cold. So thank you for that. For that as well.
And you were wearing quite that crappity crap.
Yeah. So also thank you for
You're
that.
welcome. I think we should all thank her for that. Okay.
What about you, Kat?
I think I'm having a very bizarre out-of-body experience right now. It's very strange. I feel drunk. It's so bizarre.
Drunk in love.
I'm drunk in love. I think for me, it's the hair, probably.
Oh, you're gonna go back to that? She gonna go back to that hair?
Well, I don't know what the dyeing, especially the dyeing of the hair.
Like Nicole wakes up wherever she is and has a buzz cut, Danny? Is that what you're
Why the fuck not? 2019. Why?
Right? I'm open to anything, but I think going red for me is a real okay. There she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Good one.
Back in the game.
All right.
I was gonna make an inappropriate curtain matching jokes. Dress. It's fine.
Like, how committed am I?
Yes.
Then Kat would say, "What carpet?"
This is going down the
This is
toilet
going
so
really
fast. It's my favorite. So good. For Melanie specifically, what is the weirdest, funniest thing that has ever happened on set?
Oh, I always say it, but in episode 5, season 1, there was a horse wearing a sweater. So Tim and I are supposed to be having this fight, and it's season 1, and we're still scared of messing up, so we're still trying to be super not like we're still trying to be dedicated.
Thank you for that.
And
how
then
that
she
used
was
to happen,
recast.
in season 1.
Yeah, I do.
So anyway, we're trying to be dedicated and bullshit, and then we're in the field, and then Tim's like, "Whoa, why don't you blah, blah, blah." And then I'm like, just outside. No.
What?
Just in the next field. There's like a mini skirt fence. It's like the cheapest fence you've ever seen. It does nothing to hide anything. And there's a full horse in a plaid sweater. And he's literally just like this. Watching the scene.
Everyone's a critic. Like, everyone is knows.
That's so weird.
Like a horse sweater? Or was it
Like a human sweater?
It was a sweater made for a horse.
like the capes? I'm very
Oh,
concerned. I want the
maybe it was a
visual.
cape. Do capes
sweater.
have sleeves?
I don't know. It's wonderful either way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Opposite of a cape. No, I don't.
I think it was a sweater.
I believe you.
Listen, it's funnier if it's a sweater.
Guys, we're gonna find the footage. We'll get to the bottom of it.
But the best part, he's not in the thing. He's just right there. And he's just like this. It was so funny.
That's the best. That's the best kind of bogey.
I know.
We call people when we're filming a scene, and if we're outside and somebody's just walking by and they stop in the shot and they're just staring, they're like, bogey in the shot, bogey in the shot. And then somebody goes over and is like, ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. You can't do that with a horse. You can't do that. No. Okay, this one's for Dom about her travels. How much preparation and research do you do before you go on these long trips? And do you have any tips or advice about traveling that you could share?
I do very, very little research. I used to do a lot of research when I was back in the day when I was more like Waverley and was more of a planner and used to. I think actually I've realised with experience that a lot of my planning came from anxiety of not wanting to get myself into a position where I felt uncomfortable and like would overplan everything to make sure that I knew where I was going to be and that I was going to be safe and like always have an idea of where I was going. But I have found in the last little while that if you just kind of go with the flow and see what comes along on your journey and then follow that wave, then it takes you to exactly where you need to be, which is a wonderful thing, and the universe will absolutely have your back if you trust in it. And what was the other bit? Advice for anyone who wants to travel and stuff? Yeah, just as much as possible, go with an open heart. I think just try not to judge as much as possible, because, I mean, the thing about traveling is that it exposes you to so many different ways of doing things, and it can completely open your eyes to, so many incredible lessons that we are perhaps not exposed to in your culture. And if you go with an open heart and an open eyes, then you can gather so much valuable information from other people. So always try and keep every single person, I mean, it's a life lesson really, but just try and keep every single person that you come into contact with completely on the same level as you. Because, you absolutely will come away with such a wealth of knowledge that is completely invaluable.
It's a great answer. has me thinking. I feel like from the first day I met you till now, you've like changed so much as a person, and obviously your life has changed so much. This is not on script. And I imagine that affects you as an actor. And all of our lives have changed so much since season 1 when you guys started to now. And I'm wondering, how has your lives, because your lives have all changed so much, how have your lives affected your job?
Nice. Lush. Someone want to kick this off first, and then I'll come back to it? Or?
Yeah, such a good question.
That's a good question. I don't know how to answer it.
Did you say you want to take it first?
No.
Oh, I offered it up to anyone else that wants to pick it off. Okay. So for me, like over the past sort of 2-3 years, I've been on like a big spiritual awakening in many ways, and that has influenced so much into my acting. And actually, funnily enough, when I came back from the 5 months of traveling in Brazil, I went straight onto a job. Oh, Brazil, yeah! Yeah. Oh man, I miss the Brazilian passion, you know. But yeah, going back to work was like really weird because I felt like I'd been on such a journey, and then going back on set was like really quite difficult to kind of get all of that balance right with, you know, where I was at. But the one thing that I had so much more of an ability to like let things go and just completely be present in the scene, and that is the best work you could have done, like as an actor. So if that can feed in, if you can try and be more and more present in your everyday life, that will surely, hopefully, inform your acting, and fingers crossed will come out in your acting as well, you know. But yeah, it just gave me an ability to like let things go afterwards and not overthink everything that I'd done in the scenes, which is a big problem of mine and has been a big part of my struggle throughout my whole career, is just like doing a scene and then overanalyzing it and kind of picking it apart afterwards and living in the past when that is completely Yeah, it's over. And what's the point? It's just like basically torturing yourself for no reason. Like you can't change anything. It's done. So yeah, by doing all that like work on myself and self-evolution, like at least it's made the next job like more enjoyable, which is I think so much of what being an actor is like we should just be able to play and let yourself go and enjoy it. So fingers crossed it will continue down that path and just make everything more fruitful.
I feel like you and I could probably like say basically the same things because of well, now I have 2 kids like you, twinsies. But no, it's been such an incredible evolution, but it's also just been so. I always thought if I can get my own show, I will never have to worry about anything ever again. I won't have to worry about getting more work. I won't have to worry about money. I won't have. And so it's all bullshit. Like there's so many more things to worry about now. Yeah. And now your ego's in it, right? Because you're just like, well, now do people think I'm important anymore? So, and then add to that, like, your duty to your family, as you know, like, it's just, like, finding the new balance, and I think we've talked about this a lot, is just so difficult, you know, to make sure you're spending enough time with the people that you love, but also, like, nourishing yourself in your work, and then when you get to where we are, there's so many more fun opportunities, and so it's like, what do you say no to? That's really difficult, which sounds like such a stupid.
You don't have to judge it. It's hard.
It's just fucking hard. Yeah. But you think it won't be. You think it'll I will be set, and it's a good lesson too to be like all those people in life who you think are better off than you. Like are eating just a different shit sandwich. It's just like it's a shit. They're still eating a shit sandwich. It's just like, how do you say shit sandwich? Shit sandwich.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about a sandwich. Like, get me.
Even if it's shit.
Yeah. It's so true. The balance is hard. And now we have this other huge family that we're responsible to, which is you guys, right? Which is, don't you feel? I don't know.
Oh,
I just feel
absolutely.
like, you know, just, I know I'm not an actor, but as a writer, it's just interesting. I often say this to young writers, like, make sure you're living enough of your life that you have something to comment on and offer. Like, we have to live our lives. Like, we have to reflect real people. We have to fill our hearts and our lives with meaning so we can hopefully write good things or perform genuinely. Do you know what I mean? And then I feel like, obviously I've said it many times, but like, this is beyond our wildest dreams, right? When we showed up first year in Alberta, like, this is just madness for a writer and the rest of us. But now we have all these other people who have said how much the show matters and how much the stories matter and how much these beautiful people matter. And like, I have to hold every one of you in my hearts while still just trying to do my job. But what a privilege. Do you know what I mean? I really feel like that. So thank you so much. What an incredible journey. You know, that's what I feel like from season 1. So thank you so much, you guys.
I don't know if I can attribute this to the past 5 years, but what I've noticed, or to the show, which has been a delight for me. But what I've noticed is that in the past 3 to 5 years, I've embraced my nature, as dysfunctional and crazy as it may be. But I've just decided, you know, instead of trying to fight my nature and improve on myself and work that hard, I'm just going to embrace it and be the 8-year-old boy that I am. But the one major thing that I've noticed is, and I don't want to get artistic or anything, I sort of save that stuff for myself. I like to think of actors as plumbers. You know, like the script is the blueprint, and we're craftspeople, and okay, there's an element of lifting it off the page, but that's really a craft.
We're full of
shit. But, and making up your own dialogue. And, but I've noticed that I've become, and I can't explain why, but I've become hungry in an insatiable way that I haven't felt since, you know, my mid-20s. And I somehow, the sick part of me starts to think, well, that's because you want to fit in as many challenges as you can. Because, dude, you're 60, you know. And I can't explain it, but I drive my agent crazy by saying, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? And she goes, shut up. But it's that hunger. And I don't know, I'd love to be able to say it's because of your enthusiasm and get a big round of applause, but I don't know if it is that. But I've never been involved in anything like this. I'm sort of, I like to be in the background and not watch what I do, because I punished myself for years wanting to shoot it again. You know, I want to do it again, because now I just want to do it again, because I think I know how to do it now. Yeah. But you've already shot it. It's done. So I just don't, I'm not the best judge of my own work, so I don't watch it. I let other people judge it. And you just do what you do and hope people like it. You just keep doing what you do until someone tells you to stop.
And then you do it harder.